Hi, welcome to Otherworldly's YouTube channel. I'm Freya, and today I've got Ran with me, and we are going to be demonstrating the collaboration from Contraption and Hotdog, or well, at least part of the collaboration. It is available at the current round of the men's department, and it is a fencing set. We ended up picking up the prop set, which has this fencing rack that you can see between us here. It also has a rack of fencing masks and gloves, purely as props, as decorative elements, and it has the poses that these swords come with as individual poses as well, so that you could use it with another sword, for example. Um, Also part of this collaboration is a really cool fencer's outfit, fitted for both male and female avatars. Includes a skirt for female avatars as well, and you can buy a mask and gloves separately. Um, we didn't spring for that, at least not yet. I was tempted, but we decided to put this in a more sort of fantasy roleplay environment to try out the swords, because having swords and good sword poses is always something that's a bit lacking. So this was a great find, and we decided to pair it up with a couple of other outfits from current fantasy and roleplay events. I'm wearing an outfit from the Dreaming Thicket for We Love Roleplay. It's called Desert Thorn, and while there are no deserts in sight for this video, we will just assume that I have gone a little misplaced, basically. Ran is wearing an outfit, or two separate outfits that go together really, from Stitched. The tunic is available at We Love Roleplay and comes with various options for taking off the mail or the belt, and various other configurations. And the matching pants are available at the Fantasy Gotcha Carnival. There's also a set of matching gloves, which I think will be available at Enchantment when that opens. Whereas his boots are from Lassitude and Ennui, so it's a little bit of a mix there. He's got the most recent unisex male hair from Wasabi, Caden, and I've got one of the recent releases from Magica called Thea, and I really like these braids. They're very pretty. So that's how we are set up, and the next step is showing you a bit about how the fencing rack and the poster that it comes with work. When you buy the whole pack of the swords and the poses, so you get the swords on the rack here, you also get the individual swords, just like you get the individual poses. So you can use them entirely separately, but I wanted to show it with the fencing rack here. So you have your three types of fencing swords. You have your foil, your épée, and your saber. I'm going to pick up the foils. What happens is you basically click it and you authorize it to attach to your avatar. As you can see, it actually disappears from the rack as well. And then man is going to pick up the saber, and again you see it disappears. It automatically puts you in a stance, although I'm going to take off my AO as well, just to make sure that it doesn't interfere. And then what you do to activate other poses is you click on the sword, and you have a choice of first of all, you can drop it, you can resize it if it doesn't fit, and then you have these 5 idle poses. So this is idle animation number 1. These come with a slight bit of breathing, basically, so they're just standing around idle, or a little prepared to start going through some of the motions. You can activate different ones. That one looks like you're probably going to end up cutting off a finger if you're not careful. And here's number 5. So those are your idols, and then you have the actual poses as well, which is the set of fighting stances, basically. and I thought we would demonstrate those in a bit more of a lively fashion. So now we're set to do a little demonstration here. So I'm gonna click the swords, go into poses rather than idols, and I'll pick number 1. Go on the attack. I think we're using the same pose now, are we? No, we're not, because it's got a different hand movement here, as you can see. And then, so basically you go in here, and obviously it won't really work for a dynamic fight, but it'll be absolutely great for photos and such. So I'm going to try out number 3 here, which is a bit more of a attack stance. And there you've got one from Ran as well. And back into, I'll go for number 5. Actually quite impressed with how the sort of robe skirt that I'm wearing is deforming at the moment. As you can see, of course, they are bento poses, so they are using the hands as well. And you can get down into quite some fencing stances here. To actually obviously make it look good for a photo, we'd have to adjust the distance and such for each pose and line everything up. But I wanted to give a sense of what these poses, what they're like. They're quite dynamic, all of them. Although it seems like I'm being ignored at the moment here. My opponent doesn't seem to be taking me very seriously at all. Of course, I am pointing off into the middle of nowhere. That might be a little bit better. And where am I? I got to number 9. Here's number 10. A little bit of a feint and counter attack, I guess. Low defense there, and then let's see what we have for Icy, and 11 goes back into the resting stance, basically. So that is a bit of a sense of what this set can do, and I'm going to give you a look as well at what was included here. So here we have the Fencer's Rack and Shelf set boxed up, and you got the rack, the shelf, as I said, which will have the mask and the gloves, 3 swords, and then the semi-static stands and all the poses separately like that. And yes, you can have the demo there of the fencing attire, which I haven't quite made up my mind about. Really cool set. There's a lot of interesting things coming out of Contraption and Hotdog right now, I think. They're doing stuff for both male and female avatars, which is great, because there's not that much choice for male avatars if you want something that isn't standard urban streetwear fashion. And they're doing some sort of cool period bits that are a bit more maybe Victorian, steampunk, in that range, which really is a neglected area in the Second Life at the moment. So definitely hoping to see more. They've got some more interesting bits and pieces at various events right now, and keep demoing. The female ones are a little slim for my taste, but the male ones generally look quite fabulous. We'll be completing this video with a couple of more staged photos, of course, to give you a sense of how it can look. But other than that, that's it for this one. Of course, you'll find the links and the details of the name and everything on the blog itself. Until the next time.